Again adventurers, welcome to the exciting video from Samui Island. Today I'll do a long trail running loop through the hills and later we're gonna visit the Buddha garden. Let's get into the vlog. So as I'm running through the hills of Koh Samui, I definitely notice a big deforestation problem here. Definitely way more deforestation than I saw in Chiang Mai, but maybe that was because there was the national park there. Other parts of Thailand could be more deforested like this. Here you can see the comparison with the jungle with some higher trees. But unfortunately the places with the high trees and dense jungle like this are not so common in Koh Samui anymore. And over here you can see one of the bigger older trees, which is maybe 50-year-old, and it's really rare to see. Most of the trees are really small, maybe only 10 years old, which is a sign of continuous deforestation. And you can see there was only a little part of that original forest with some trees, and again after a minute I'm already out on the deforested part where they have just a few banana trees and the grass. I'm not sure why they don't plant some bigger fruit trees here like durian trees. And over here is the worst case of deforestation that I ever seen in tropics. As you can see, it's all just grass and a few coconut palms. Leaving the soil bare, exposed to the sun is really bad because the day temperatures are really hot, over 30 degrees every day for the whole year, which makes the soil really dry to the deep level if it's exposed to the sun all day. Then even if you plant some trees here, they cannot survive the dry season because there is no water left in the soil. Same is the case for this side. They're even growing corn to feed the animals. That's the sad reality how much space the animal agriculture takes. Even on a tourist island they have to plant the food for animals. And you can see all that is deforested. All that, the steep hill deforested. Over there in a distance, more deforestation. Crazy. That side as well, everything is absolutely crazy. There's no shade too high. Wow, they really fucked it up here. In Chiang Mai, even though it was the same temperature, I was running through the jungle, so I was somehow covered like this. But here it's so deforested, it's only some coconuts growing here. It's terrible here. I don't know what the fuck they did here, but it's gonna be good for the environment. And here I see on maps.me that there was some waterfall called Kunsi Waterfall, so I went to check it out. But it seems like it's not one big waterfall, but a set of small cascades. So here I got to the second cascade, which was a bit bigger but still nothing impressive, but at least you could swim in this little pool here. I was actually surprised that the water depth was above my hands. So I decided to go for a jump from this rock, but it was really slippery, so I had to be really quick and careful. you go more down, you can find another waterfall which looks a bit higher, but I wouldn't recommend trying to go down there because the rocks are very slippery here. On the way back, I tried to make a loop back to the motorbike where I started, but it was a big struggle because the roads that I saw on maps than me didn't exist anymore, and the road connection was overgrown with the bushes, so Sanya had to come for me with a taxi. Alright, and here we arrived to the Buddha Garden, which is another attraction on one of the hills of Koh Samui. On the map we saw that there should be some waterfall here, but once we arrived we saw there was just a little stream here. It's more for tourists to see this attraction of statues in nature. So I said before, we came here for the waterfall and maybe a swimming, but you can't expect that here. So if you're into statues, this is a place for you, and if you're not, I would happily skip this place. We are exploring another viewpoint near the location, and you can see some durian trees growing here. As I'm flying the drone around this viewpoint, you can see another scale of deforestation here, mainly for the coconut plantations. So the land management and land protection is really low here. And as we were driving back on the road, we saw there was another waterfall called Wang Sao Tong Waterfall. We decided to check it out before the sunset. And this This waterfall was by far the worst. I don't know why they even put a sign to here. It was completely dried out. And plus they're charging money for parking. Adventures, I hope you enjoy another one of our adventures here in Koh Samui Island in Thailand. Stay tuned for more amazing adventures like this one, and as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous.